All right, so for question number 22, it says, a recent study confirms that nutritious breakfasts make workers more productive. Okay, so the study says that nutritious breakfasts make workers more productive. For 1 month, workers at Plant A received free nutritious breakfast every day before work. That sounds fun. While workers in Plant B did not. The productivity of Plant A's workers increased while that of Plant B's workers did not. Well, that makes sense based on this claim that nutritious breakfasts make them more productive. I want to know, like, what does productivity look like, and two, and what I am already thinking about. Well, how much did it increase, and also, how do we know that Plant B's were not, or people at Plant B were not already eating nutritious breakfast? I'm already thinking about that before I even read the question stem. Which of the following, if true, most strengthens the argument? So we're trying to strengthen this idea that a recent study confirmed that nutritious breakfasts make workers more productive. I think I already mentioned some of these things that, like, what would strengthen this. I think if we could show that Plant A's, maybe before they were not eating nutritious breakfast and now they are, or that they both were eating like similar breakfasts, now A is more nutritious, and how much did that productivity go up? A, few workers in Plant B consume nutritious breakfast during the month of the study. Yeah, I like that answer because it's showing a distinction between, we know then that Plant B's workers were not consuming nutritious breakfast, while we know A's were, so that's like a point of differentiation. And few, if you're there, you're like, oh, well, some. Well, few is a very little amount. So if you think of like the word some, like at least one, that said some workers, is like, okay, well, that's not very many people. So that's another reason why I really like A. B, workers in the study from Plant A and Plant B start work at the same, irrelevant. C, during the month before the study, workers at Plant A and Plant B were equally productive. That's good to know that they're equally productive, but we're not necessarily comparing them to each other. We're saying that Plant A increased versus Plant A, where Plant B's just stayed the same. So maybe Plant A's workers were already more productive, but they increased compared to what their normal was. D, workers from Plant A took fewer vacation days per capita during the month than did workers from Plant B. Irrelevant. E, workers in Plant B were more productive during the month of the study than were workers from Plant A. So I'm guessing this is like what a lot of people would go wrong or might select this one because they're like, well, I guess this would actually weaken it. But once again, we're not necessarily saying that Plant A or Plant B is more productive comparatively compared to each other. We're saying that Plant A's productivity compared to where they were last month increased, and Plant B just stayed the same. So we really don't care which one is more productive between the two, Plant A and Plant B. It's more of like how they compare to themselves. All right, and so yeah, I definitely would go with question A on this answer choice. Perfect.